Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're going to be tackling what it really means to be a hustler.
Okay.
Going beyond that typical work hard mantra,
Right.
we're going to be using as our guide a book by Mark Hustle Johnson.
Okay.
And the book is called Outthink, Outmove, Outhustle the Competition.
Sounds good.
Yeah, this is going to be fun.
It is going to be fun.
Yeah.
So you've probably heard about the importance of having a vision, but this book kind of takes it a step further.
Right.
It's not just about setting goals. It's about crafting a vision that truly motivates you.
Yeah, the key takeaway I think here is connecting your vision to your values.
Okay.
It needs to be something big enough
Mm-hmm.
that it pushes you outside your comfort zone.
Okay.
Almost scares you a little.
It's like that vision needs to be so clear you can practically taste it right.
Mm-hmm.
But how do you actually make that happen? Does the book offer any specific steps?
Absolutely. It encourages you to vividly picture your ideal life,
Okay.
where you are, who you're with, what you're doing.
Then you tie it back to your personal values.
Okay.
It's about aligning your actions with your core beliefs. So your hustle isn't just about achievements,
Right.
but about becoming the person you want to be.
That makes a lot of sense. It's like having a guiding star, but one that's rooted in who you are at your core.
Right.
But a vision alone won't get you there.
No.
The book also dives into grit and tenacity, right?
Yes, this is where the rubber meets the road.
Okay.
Talent and intelligence are great, but without grit and tenacity, it won't get you very far.
Right.
The book uses the example of a championship boxer
Okay.
who gets knocked down multiple times but keeps getting back up.
Right.
That's what separates those who succeed
Mm.
from those who just dream.
So it's not just about working hard, it's about having the stamina to stick with it, even when things get tough.
Exactly.
But how can you actually develop those qualities? Are we just supposed to will ourselves to be more gritty?
The book provides some practical tips like focusing on the long game. Instead of getting discouraged by short-term setbacks,
Mm-hmm.
it also encourages reframing failure as feedback.
Okay.
Instead of seeing it as a defeat, you use it as information to adjust your approach.
So it's more about learning and adapting than just powering through.
Exactly. But even with grit and a clear vision,
Right.
self-doubt can creep in.
Yeah.
That's why the book dedicates a whole section to building unshakable self-belief.
This is where it gets really interesting for me. So many people struggle with self-doubt, especially when pursuing something ambitious.
Sure.
What's the book's take on overcoming that?
It emphasizes that confidence isn't about never feeling fear. It's about acting in spite of fear.
Okay.
Imagine a tightrope walker.
Mhm.
They're probably terrified, but they focus on the steps and keep moving forward.
So it's about pushing through discomfort and trusting you'll figure it out as you go.
Precisely. The book even suggests that you don't wait for confidence to come to you.
Okay.
You build it through action.
That's a powerful concept. By taking action, even when you're afraid, you prove to yourself that you can handle challenges.
Yeah.
It becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Right. You build that confidence muscle by using it.
Right.
But of course, action without a plan can be chaotic.
Yeah.
That's why the book stresses the importance of creating a solid plan.
But we're not talking about a rigid, set-in-stone kind of plan, right? Things change constantly, especially in the world of hustling.
You're absolutely right. The book advocates for a plan that is flexible enough to adapt to changing circumstances.
Or,
Think of it like a roadmap that guides you but doesn't restrict you.
mm-hmm.
You might take detours and counter roadblocks,
Sure.
but you always know the general direction you're headed.
So it's more like having a compass than a detailed itinerary.
Right.
What sort of framework does the book offer for this kind of planning?
It boils down to setting goals,
Okay.
developing strategies,
Mm-hmm.
and creating tactics for execution.
Okay.
And it stresses the importance of breaking down those
Yeah.
big, audacious goals into smaller, more manageable steps.
That makes sense. Achieving those smaller wins along the way helps you stay motivated and builds momentum.
Exactly.
But what about risk? Every hustle involves a certain amount of risk, right?
Of course.
How does the book suggest we approach that?
It acknowledges that risk is inevitable,
Right.
but emphasizes managing it strategically.
Okay.
There's a great analogy in the book about treating risk like a wild beast,
Okay.
something to be tamed and controlled, not ignored or underestimated.
Instead of running away from risk, you learn to work with it. But how do you actually do that? Does the book provide any specific methods?
It outlines a four-step formula.
Okay.
First, you evaluate the risks involved. Before making any move, it really understand what you're getting into.
So doing your homework is crucial.
Yes.
What's the next step?
Then you mitigate the potential downsides.
Okay.
Think of it like hedging your bets.
Mm-hmm.
You diversify your efforts, test the waters, and do your research to minimize the potential fallout.
So it's not about being reckless, but about having calculated courage.
Exactly.
What are the final two steps?
Welcome back to the deep dive.
We just finished discussing how outthink, outmove, out-hustle the competition
Right.
tackles the crucial elements of vision, grit, confidence, and planning.
It's a great book.
It is a great book.
Yeah.
And let's not forget that insightful analogy of risk as a wild beast.
Right.
But managing risk is only part of the equation.
Of course.
In this section, we'll delve deeper into some of the book's strategies, giving you actionable steps to apply to your own hustle.
Absolutely.
And we'll also touch upon the importance of continuous growth,
Right.
as well as maintaining balance to avoid burnout.
Yeah. It's a holistic approach.
It is a holistic approach.
Yeah.
So ready to level up.
Absolutely.
Okay, great. So one thing that really stuck with me from the first part was the emphasis on routines.
Yes.
I'm curious to hear more about how the book breaks that down.
So routines are the backbone of any successful hustle, providing structure, discipline, and consistency. Okay. The book specifically highlights the importance of a solid morning routine,
Okay.
suggesting it sets the tone for your entire day.
I can definitely see that starting the day off, right, can make a huge difference. Does the book offer any specifics on what an effective morning routine might look like?
It recommends a combination of physical exercise,
Okay.
mindset work,
Mm-hmm.
and planning.
Okay.
Think of it as priming your mind and body for peak performance.
Mm.
It even suggests incorporating some quiet time for yourself
Right.
before the daily chaos begins.
That makes sense, getting ahead of the game before it even starts. But
Mhm.
there are so many things vying for our attention throughout the day.
Right.
How do we stay focused on what matters most?
The book emphasizes identifying your most important tasks, your MITs,
Okay.
and tackling those first thing in the morning.
Mm.
Even if the rest of your day gets derailed, you've already accomplished something significant.
It's all about prioritizing those high-impact activities, but staying on track all day can be a challenge. Does the book offer any tips for maintaining focus amidst distractions?
It suggests time blocking techniques
Okay.
and creating a distraction-free work environment.
Okay.
Have you ever tried time blocking?
I have. It's amazing how much more I can accomplish when I dedicate specific blocks of time to certain tasks.
Yeah.
It eliminates that feeling of constantly switching gears and trying to do everything at once.
It's a game changer for sure, but it's not about working nonstop.
Right.
The book also emphasizes the importance of taking breaks throughout the day
Mm-hmm.
to avoid burnout.
That's crucial. It's not about burning yourself out. It's
Right.
about working smart and sustainably.
Exactly. Those strategic breaks can actually boost your productivity in the long run.
Okay.
And speaking of ending the day effectively,
Right.
the book also advocates for a solid evening routine.
That's something I've been working on myself. What's their take on a good evening routine?
It's all about reflection, adjustment, and preparation.
Okay.
You review your progress, make tweaks to your plan, and set yourself up for success the next day.
Mm-hmm.
It's like reviewing the game tape and identifying areas where you can improve.
A constant cycle of learning and refinement, but routines are just one piece of the puzzle.
Right.
The book also delves into the importance of networking, right?
Yes, and it emphasizes that networking is about more than just collecting business cards
Right.
or attending industry events.
Mm-hmm.
It's about building authentic relationships
Yeah.
based on trust and mutual benefit.
So it's about genuine connection, not just superficial networking.
Exactly.
What kind of guidance does the book offer for building those kinds of relationships?
It suggests focusing on adding value to others,
Okay.
being genuinely interested in their goals,
Mm-hmm.
and staying in touch consistently.
Okay.
It's about building a network of people who can support you, challenge you, and inspire you to grow.
And it's a two-way street, right? It's not just about what you can get from your network, but also what you can contribute.
Exactly. It's
Yeah.
about reciprocity, collaboration, and creating win-win situations. But building a network is only one aspect of growth. Outthink, outmove, outhustle the competition also stresses the importance of staying adaptable and innovative.
That's essential in today's rapidly changing world.
It is.
We need to be able to adjust to new challenges, embrace new opportunities, and constantly evolve. How does the book approach adaptability and innovation?
It encourages a mindset of failing fast and learning faster.
Okay.
The idea is to be bold, experiment, try new things, and not be afraid to make mistakes along the way.
Mm-hmm.
Each setback becomes a learning opportunity.
It's about turning those mistakes into fuel for improvement. Does the book give specific examples of how to cultivate this mindset?
It suggests staying on top of industry trends,
Okay.
being willing to pivot when necessary,
Mm-hmm.
and constantly seeking out new and better ways of doing things.
Okay.
It even advocates for actively seeking out feedback from clients, customers, and peers.
Feedback is so valuable, even if it's not always positive. It helps you see your blind spots and make adjustments.
Precisely. But even with the right mindset and connections, a successful hustle requires a solid foundation.
Right.
That's where financial literacy comes in.
You know, this is an area that's often overlooked, but it's absolutely crucial.
It is.
You can't build a sustainable hustle if you don't understand how money works.
Right?
What kind of financial wisdom does the book offer?
It covers a wide range of topics, from basic cash flow management and budgeting
Okay.
to more advanced concepts like investing,
Mm-hmm.
debt management, and tax optimization.
Wow.
It even touches on wealth protection and estate planning, which is something many people don't consider until much later in life.
It sounds incredibly comprehensive. Was there anything that stood out to you in this section?
The book does a great job of breaking down these complex financial concepts
Right.
in a way that's easy to understand and apply.
Okay.
It encourages developing a healthy relationship with money,
Hmm.
seeing it as a tool for growth and freedom rather than something to be feared or stressed about.
Mm-hmm. That's such a powerful shift in perspective. I think a lot of people have a lot of anxiety around money, and this approach can be incredibly liberating.
Absolutely. And along those lines,
Yeah.
the book also dives into the concept of building multiple streams of income.
This is something I'm really interested in. It seems like everyone is talking about diversifying their income these days. What are some of the key takeaways from the book on this topic?
The book explores a variety of methods for generating both active and passive income.
Okay.
It ranges from monetizing your existing skills through freelancing or consulting
Mm-hmm.
to building online businesses,
Okay.
investing in real estate, or creating digital products.
So it's about creating a web of income sources rather than relying on a single paycheck. Does
Yeah.
the book offer any guidance on choosing the right income streams for your individual circumstances?
It encourages you to assess your skills,
Okay.
interests, and resources
Mm-hmm.
to determine which avenues align best with your goals and lifestyle.
Okay.
It also stresses the importance of starting small
Right.
and gradually building up your income streams over time.
It's about taking action and experimenting, right? Not getting bogged down in analysis paralysis.
Exactly. It's about building that financial safety net
Yeah.
so you have more freedom and flexibility to pursue your hustle.
Eh.
But it's not just about the money, is it?
Right.
This book also encourages us to think beyond personal gain
Yeah.
and consider the legacy we want to leave behind.
That's what really resonated with me. It's a reminder that the hustle isn't just about accumulating wealth or achieving personal success.
Yeah.
It's about making a positive impact on the world and leaving something meaningful behind.
The book challenges us to ask ourselves,
Mm-hmm.
how can I make a lasting impact?
Right.
Whether through mentorship, charitable giving, or simply setting a good example for others,
Right.
it's about using our success to create positive change.
It's about finding that sweet spot where your passion, your skills, and your values intersect and using that to make a difference.
Exactly. And all of this hustling takes a lot of energy and focus.
Mhm.
It's easy to get caught up in the pursuit of our goals
Right.
and forget to take care of ourselves.
Burnout is a real concern, especially in today's always-on culture. Does the book offer any advice on how to avoid burnout while still pursuing our ambitions? Welcome back to the deep dive. So far, we've unpacked a ton of insights from outthink, outmove, outhustle the competition,
sure have.
covering everything from crafting a powerful vision
Right.
and building unshakable confidence to mastering the art of networking and creating multiple streams of income.
We've covered a lot of ground.
We have covered a lot of it.
Yeah.
And we even talked about managing risk like a wild beast
Right.
and the importance of integrating those essential morning and evening routines.
Absolutely.
But as we all know, the journey of a hustler doesn't end there.
It doesn't.
It's all about continuous growth and evolution, which is exactly what we'll be exploring in this final part.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too. So one thing that really stood out to me throughout this book is its emphasis on embracing failure as part of the process. So many people are terrified of failing, but this book frames it in a completely different light.
It does. It acknowledges that failure is an inevitable part of the hustle,
Right.
almost like a stepping stone on the path to success.
Okay.
Instead of viewing it as a setback, it encourages you to fail fast and learn faster.
It's about extracting valuable lessons from those mistakes and
Yeah.
using that knowledge to refine your approach.
Do you think that mindset shift is crucial for anyone who wants to achieve something significant?
Absolutely. If you're so afraid of failing, you'll never take the risks necessary to grow and achieve your full potential.
Right.
The book emphasizes developing a growth mindset, which means believing that your abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort and learning.
That makes so much sense. It's about viewing challenges as opportunities for growth rather than threats to your ego. But how do you actually cultivate that kind of resilience? It's easy to say embrace failure, but it's a lot harder to do in practice.
The book suggests surrounding yourself with a strong support system.
Mentors, peers, and trusted friends who offer guidance, encouragement, and accountability. It's about having people who believe in you, even when you doubt yourself.
It's like having a cheerleading squad, but one that also gives you honest feedback and keeps you grounded.
Exactly.
Right.
And they can be a source of support when you inevitably encounter those bumps in the road.
Right.
Because, let's face it, hustling can be incredibly demanding, both mentally and emotionally.
It can be.
Yeah.
Huh?
So how do we prevent that drive
Wow.
from leading to burnout?
That's a concern for a lot of people. It's easy to get caught up in the pursuit of your goals and neglect your well-being in the process. What does the book say about maintaining balance and avoiding burnout?
It emphasizes the importance of self-care
Okay.
and prioritizing your physical, mental, and emotional health.
Right.
It encourages you to schedule downtime, engage in activities that bring you joy, and make sure you're getting enough sleep, exercise, and healthy food.
It's about recognizing that you can't pour from an empty cup. You need to take care of yourself to have the energy and focus to keep hustling effectively.
Right, it's about integrating the hustle into a balanced and fulfilling life, not letting it consume you entirely.
And ultimately, outthink, outmove, outhustle the competition. Challenges us to think about the bigger picture. It's not just about personal achievements, it's about the legacy we want to leave behind.
This part really resonated with me. It encourages you to consider how you can use your success to make a positive impact on the world, whether through mentorship, philanthropy, or simply setting a good example for others.
It's about creating something that extends beyond yourself, something that makes a difference and contributes to a greater good.
Exactly. So as we wrap up this deep dive, what's the one key takeaway you'll be applying to your own hustle?
For me, it's the combination of embracing failure as a learning opportunity and prioritizing self-care. It's so easy to get caught up in the pressure to succeed that you forget to take care of yourself and allow yourself to make mistakes.
Those are powerful insights, and they really encapsulate the essence of this book. It's not about mindless hard work or sacrificing everything for the hustle. It's about strategic action, continuous growth, and creating a life that is both successful and fulfilling.
Well said. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into Outthink, Outmove, Outhustle the Competition by Mark Hustle Johnson. We hope you found this exploration as insightful and inspiring as we did.
And remember, as you continue your own hustle, just stay focused, stay adaptable, and never stop reaching for those stars.